Episode 2, the Cookies and Beats podcast with your hosts, SeoulPark and Phantom House. Phantom, episode
Dude,
2 is titled Dreams and Goals. You know where we should start today? Do you know where we should start today?
what did you tell me?
We started episode 1 with how we met. And I think
Yeah,
today we should start with how we started. And more specifically, you and we're both producers. We're both surrounded by
sir.
music. And so I'm going to start with the first question of the day and ask you, Phantom, how did you start making music?
Well, I started making music like 6 years ago. Like I was around 14, and it's a funny story though, because I was just like searching how Skrillex made music.
Uh huh.
I was like, okay, so he uses this program called Ableton. I was like, okay, let me see what is this. So I remember downloading the demo version, and I used it for literally one day. I was like, okay, this thing is not making any noises, any growls. So I just left it. And it's like, okay, this is not my thing at all. So yeah, haven't done anything for like a year because I was so frustrated. And a year later, I remember like seeing Martin Garrix dropping Animals, I think. I was
Mhm.
like, oh, yo, this is something.
Mhm.
So I found out he is FL Studio. So that's why I download. And that's it, man. Like it was literally that easy. Like I don't remember anything else from there. It's just all like progress and like constantly learning new stuff. But yeah, it's so funny because he used Ableton and I started using Ableton and now he's just using FL Studio. It's crazy. I
So
could
you
be using
wanted to
Ableton.
be like Skrillex.
Yeah, I pretty much tried
Was
to be
it
Skrillex.
was it Animals that was the track, or was it something prior to Animals?
No, it was Skrillex that like got me into. I wanted to make music. I just didn't know how. And I just feel like the opportunity came in like a year later because I found like about FL Studio thanks to
Mhm.
Mario Youngers. So I just decided to try it out, and it definitely was way easier than Ableton for me at least. So I just decided to keep going with it until now, and yeah, here we are, man.
Mm.
6 years later, just grinding every day.
My musical background, it goes even more back than last year February when I bought the DJ board to start self-learning DJing. A lot of people don't know this about me, but there was a time in my life where I was really considering applying to music college after high school to be a jazz vocalist.
Wow.
No, like very little people know about this because it didn't really go anywhere. But it stems back from to high school. High school SP, I sang in the band at my church and I played the acoustic guitar. So I was basically kind of the main guy on the band. And that hey, your boy was killing it with the major chords, right? G, D, E minor, C. Come on, man. Like what else do you need? And
Oh,
I loved it. I loved it, man. Like a lot of Hillsong. That was Hillsong is kind of like the Skrillex of Christian contemporary music. Like
oh
they're the
damn.
monopoly. And I that was my life for high school. Like all from freshman year to senior year. That was the biggest, most fun part of my day to day. And then once I
That's
graduated high
good.
school, I was thinking of, you know, what do I want to major in? What kind of school do I want to go to? All of this. And then at one point, I got singing lessons right around senior year of high school. And right, senior year is when you really start obviously applying to colleges and all that great stuff. And at the time, I had a buddy of mine that was already a Berklee College of Music student, the Berklee in Boston. That's the school that John Mayer came out of. Big music school, probably one of the biggest in the States. And so the singing lessons were specifically for jazz vocals. But the funny thing is, Phantom, be real with me. Can you imagine me singing a Frank Sinatra song?
I could never imagine that actually. Like it's like it doesn't match, you know. It's just like okay, so there's something wrong. Like where's this dude?
Right. I would need to bust out a fedora. I would need to bust out a 8-piece suit, right? It just didn't work. And I still remember, man, like I would get homework after these lessons and I'm basically trying to mimic the jazz vocals that I'm listening to, and I just can't do it, bro. And also too,
Oh yeah,
it just wasn't fun. I felt like I was just trying to sound like something that I've never grown accustomed to. Cause it's like the other thing too. I didn't grow up on jazz music. It'd be different if I grew up on jazz music. Cause now it would feel a little bit more natural when I'm singing it. But
yeah.
I grew up on Korean music. I grew up on Michael Jackson, and so it didn't work. And that's why I said, you know what, I'm not gonna go to music school to be a vocalist because that route in and of itself, it's not me. And then also on top of that, by no means am I this amazing singer. I could hit my notes, but that's really about it. Like an hour into karaoke and my voice is shot. Phantom. Like that's it.
Oh yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
you definitely have the tone, you know. But definitely, it's don't practice. I mean, it's all about time, you know. Like as much time as you spend on it,
hey, shout out to the
better you
singing
get.
lessons. I will carry that with me to all future karaoke sessions until the Lord takes me. Okay? Like that will never leave me. But you're never going to catch me singing Frank Sinatra cuz
Maybe someday
it's not part of my soul.
I'll be waiting for that moment. It
But
happens someday.
what's ironic in a way is so that was one part of, I guess you could say, the exposure I got to music. But even further back than that, Phantom, you know what my first dream was growing up? You know how like every kid has a dream or a goal?
Yeah.
What was yours?
Like I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, I want to be anything, literally. I want to be policeman. I want to be firefighter. I want to be a constructor.
No
I mean,
Spider-Man?
like, no, not Spider-Man so far. I don't really like superheroes at all growing up. But yeah, I want to be anything, honestly. So yeah, I can choose.
You were
And
a
that's
lot
just
more
one of my
versatile
music.
than me. For me,
I was just like a normal kid, like you know, exposed to you know toys, cars, whatever.
right.
So I was like, okay, I want to be this and then that,
Wait, so
and
did
it's
you
so funny. Yeah, sorry.
go on?
Oh yeah, it's so funny that you mentioned the vocals and the singing part, because way before I started making music,
Mhm.
I want to be a rapper, and I don't think no one even knows this. I want to be a
Wait,
rapper.
how old were
Like
you?
I was 10, and yeah, I used to yeah discover hip hop back then. So I was like, wow, I think this is my shit. So I just started writing,
No
just
way.
practicing every day.
What did
And
you
I'm like,
write
yeah,
about as a 10-year-old?
man, I would literally just get inspired. It was pretty much rip-offs of songs I listened to.
Man said I was
And
getting
like,
inspired at the age of 10.
yeah, like it's like, yo, I want to rap actually. And then like years later, I just find out that was not what I want to do. So
Wait, why was it
uh,
not something you wanted to do?
I was 9, man. I was like,
I was not. Oh, so you just okay? So you weren't 10, you were 9.
I don't think I was 9 or 10. Either ways, I was a kid. I was like, I had no mic. I had like no one to teach me. I had nothing. I was like, damn, I don't think this shit gonna work. So yeah, and like 2 years later, I discovered EDM. I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, I want to be a DJ now. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like, I feel you on the singing part. So you know how
Similar to
hard it is.
you, the rapper that was inside of you calling your name, it wasn't a rapper inside of me. It was an artist, like a drawing artist. If you look at my fifth grade yearbook, everyone had to write down their dream or their goal in life. And mine was straight up verbatim, I want to be an artist when I grow up.
Dude, that's crazy.
So how I pursued that was my mom sent me to art school, and I distinctly remember for like 4 months all I did was draw drawings of like Naruto and my favorite
Oh
anime
man,
characters.
dude, dude, that's so fire. Cause I used to do that too for
Wait,
like
you went to art school too?
no, nothing, nothing similar. No, I
You
just
drew Naruto too?
dude. So after classes, I used to go to these this painting class, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty much like manga drawing, was only manga shit.
Mm.
So they was just like teach you how to contract like a face,
Yeah.
like a manga face, like the structure, and
Mm-hmm.
then from there, like you start drawing the eyes, then the mouth, and then just just like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I've done that for like a few weeks because I used to just draw like random like things on
Yeah.
paper, like at class, just because I was bored.
Yeah.
And then I found like graffitis and shit. So I used to just do that for like yeah, at the same time I started rapping too. It was like everything combined. Yeah, dude. Damn. Really exposing myself out here.
Drawing Naruto by day, dropping bars by night.
And pretty much it. I was like, yo,
Nobody messes with 9-year-old Phantom House. Everybody on the block, when they saw you crossing the corner, they're like, guys, make way. It's
dude,
Phantom.
for real. Like I remember at school, like I used to just like they used to like make like rap battles and stuff like that.
Get out. It gets deeper.
Dude, like not even. It's just like I remember saying in class, yo, I like to rap and stuff. And some dude is like, oh yeah, dude, me too. I was like, bet, let's do something. And yeah, it's just like, you know, just freestyling
Do you
as a
remember the
kid.
content of your
And
raps?
it was it was mostly in Spanish. So I don't remember at
Damn,
all.
that's so dope.
Yeah, it was just I didn't even know English at all back then. I was like, there's no way. I used to be inspired by like, like Eminem, 50 Cent, all these classics.
But you would always rap in Spanish.
Yeah, because I used to listen to
Wow.
Spanish rap, hip hop, because yeah, that's the only thing I would understand. So I just try to mimic, and
The
from there,
flow.
just try to figure out like my own lyrics and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy because I was like, man, how do people do this? But like the more you listen, it's like the music we make it right now. You need to listen to understand
Mm-hmm.
how to do it. So it was pretty much there, but like, you're a 9-year-old kid. What are you gonna do? Like, you can do homework and go sleep. That's it.
How long were you a rapper?
Uh, 2 years, three. Yeah. So it lasts around 2 to 3 years. I
So
was like
you're
around
telling
nine.
me there is somewhere in your house 2 years worth of rap material?
I find if I find that notebook, bro, it's gonna be game over. Just
We need to find this notebook.
I have to ask my mom, dude. Like she has everything
Mama's got all the tools.
for real, man. Like I need to go to the vault.
Oh my god. Do you remember like what you rapped about?
Not really, man. Like I said, it was all like rip off, like ripping all areas. Like okay, so I take this for the other one. It's like just
S-
trying to like mimic
So
what
were
I
you
heard.
rapping about booty?
Nah, definitely not. It was
Oh,
all
okay.
like being gangsta and like I'm the coolest, and don't mess with me. Yeah, it
N-
was it was hilarious.
man, I miss the old Phantom.
And I miss the old Phantom too, man.
Wait. So please tell me you wore a snapback hat and then backwards.
And I love clothes. I love like that. But like I said, I was 9 years old. Like, dude, it's like where do I get this? Like, but yeah, I definitely had like this.
Why do I have a strong feeling, even though you may not have any recollection of it? All your raps had to do with how much you hated your teachers.
Yeah, some of them they definitely are. Yeah, I remember like a few of them like just hate society, man.
I
Like
just hated society.
it's like damn, man, I'm pissed with the war. Like I want to fight everyone.
Oh my god. Did you get into any fights growing up?
No, I was a pretty chill kid. I mean, this, growing up, there's always someone like bothering you or whatever.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
real talk. Ain't no Spanish kid messing with the other Spanish kid drawing Naruto and rapping about how much of a gangster they are.
dude. But yeah, I was pretty chill, even though I hate society
I
growing up.
hated society. that's gonna be
Man,
that's gonna be the quote of the podcast for this
it was
episode.
hilarious.
So while you were figuring out your rapping career, like I said, I was drawing Naruto. And the thing I was most confident about was I could draw a mean Homer Simpson. Like
Oh, I remember those, bro. I remember those.
the eyes, the head, I got that all down.
Dude, I remember
But
that.
as I got further, maybe like a month and a half into the art school, I would like look at all the stuff I'm drawing and then I just realized I'm really not that great at drawing.
Really, that's how I realized. Damn, rapping maybe not be my strong point.
And it's funny because it's like we hit the same path at the same age. You discovered, I got flow, but it's not the greatest flow. And I
Yeah,
got
exactly.
scribbles, but it's not the greatest scribbles.
Pretty much, man.
But everything comes full circle because in a way, ironically, I was still able to accomplish my dream of becoming an artist cuz here I am making music, making house music, EDM music. And
Yeah, exactly.
you're not necessarily rapping anymore, but
Yeah, but still doing like something similar, which is I
exactly.
make the beats now.
Yeah, you make the beats for the rappers now.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
So who was your favorite rapper growing up?
Growing up, well, dude. it was like a mix, because I used to listen to Spanish hip hop and then like from the US, but I wasn't exposed because you know I like had a phone and that's it. And I just found about like the classics Eminem, Design, Wooden Clan, what else? Um, all these classics. So I would say 50 Cent was like
Mm.
one of my favorites, honestly. I
Especially
mean,
early 2000s. That man,
yes, man.
him and Slim
Yeah,
Shady, man, that they were on top of the world.
OGs. And also like, Spanish rappers. Like,
I was just about to ask that. Who is the Tupac and Biggie of Spanish hip hop?
oh man, I don't even think I could. It's just like that's a different league, man. You can't even compare it.
Give me some
Like,
names.
so there's this dude called Porta, like Porta,
Mm-hmm.
pretty fire. Like that was like one of the first guys I listened to. I was like, damn, this is so good. But yeah, like mainly I was inspired by that dude. And
Is he
yeah,
still
the rest
around?
is yeah, he's still around. I mean his stuff's not that crazy as he used to do, but like, you know, he's an artist. You gotta keep going, I guess.
Was there anyone else in the realm of Borta?
Um, yeah, bro, I think yeah, it was somewhere else. But yeah, mainly as far as I remember, like that's the only one that comes to my mind right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of it was a lot of crazy stuff back then, growing up, because everything was simpler, I guess. It was like it was like more about the music and less about like social media, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was pretty fire.
It's funny because when you say 50 Cent, it actually brought up a distinct memory of when I bought the DJ board last year. At that time, I was living in Chicago with a college buddy of mine, and I bought the board at Guitar Center. And I'm super hyped because now I'm just gonna go on YouTube. I'm gonna start learning. I get back home and I'm giddy. I'm cheesing out of my mind. I'm holding this board and I'm just trying to set it on the table in the living room at the
Yeah.
apartment. And I just want to start hooking it up and start setting it up. And I remember my roommate's face. He didn't know any of this was happening. He didn't know I went to Guitar Center. I bought the board. And he just has this like what the fuck face. He's like Harry, did you really just buy a DJ board? Like out of the blue, right? Like he didn't know my thinking at the time that I was bored. I was trying to find a hobby, and I'm so giddy. It's like Christmas. I'm like, all right, I
Yeah.
can't wait. And ironically enough, the first song that I played on the board was 50 Cent in the club.
Oh, classic. Man, I love that track. That's crazy.
I just remember I pressed play and I'm like, yo, I'm a DJ.
And it's like, damn, look at me.
And I
Like,
remember I was trying to scratch, and I'm like, how do you do this? This is
this is not working.
it's like this. It's not moving to the next track. I'm just
Like,
I'm just scratching the actual song instead of like a.
like what kind of hacks are these?
Oh man,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, you could say in a nutshell, 50 Cent is the reason Soul Park and Phantom House exist today.
Pretty much it. So funny, man.
And don't forget Borta. Shout out
It's
Borta.
sport. It's sport of the P.
Oh, not a B.
It's okay. We already
It
know
was
it's P
hey, lo siento.
names.
Lo
Yeah,
siento,
it's all
porta,
good.
porta, lo siento.
It's all good, hombre.
Scusi, scusi. That is
Cozy.
great.
But yeah, man, crazy story. Like both like growing up, trying to be singers, whatever. Also drawing. Now we all make his beats. How crazy.
Now we just make beats.
It's just 2 clicks and we have a beat. That's
T-
crazy, man.
All it takes is 2 clicks. What
Man,
is the next big goal for you?
for me, well, I wouldn't say big. It's just pretty much just launching Phantom House, which is, as you guys know, my artist name, which is pretty much kickstarting my career. It's just like starting to actually release music for once.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just working on that at the moment, just wrapping all these tracks and like gonna like sign them to some labels. Those like all of self releases, some remixes. But yeah, that's like my main goal right now. Pretty much start my artist career.
What genre or what lane do you want to
Um, I
initially
don't,
find yourself in?
I don't like to put myself in a genre because I like to just take pieces from like literally just anything. Like it could be
Mm-hmm.
like jazz and dubstep and like pop music and just match everything together and
Mm-hmm.
create something new. But yeah, mainly like more focus on bass music, I would say.
Yeah.
Like drum and bass, or dubstep, maybe some trap too. Working some trap. But yeah, like it's all the genres combined at the same time. So there's like you have trappy parts, you have like these drum and bass sounds, and the beat is just dubstep. So you see, like I don't like to limit myself to one genre
Yeah.
because I just feel like it just kill my my vision. Like I try to just combine anything, just make it work somehow.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah, that's the main goal at the moment. Yeah, hopefully we'll get it. Planning on like launching it um ending this year, beginning 2022.
22.
So yeah, so yeah, I was planning like just dropping like a track every 2 weeks, every month, depends, labels
Mm-hmm.
and whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now in my life.
Mm-hmm. After a year and a half, for me, since it all started February last year when my roommate gave me the what the fuck face in my living room in Chicago, I think I at least for me now that goal, that dream, the picture is pretty simple now. It really stems to two results or two, what's the word here?
Good time.
Two things that I try to do through my different platforms, and it's entertain and encourage. Because initially, February last year, the mindset was I want to be a DJ. And
Yeah.
then Twitch copyrights. So then 2 months into it, I said I want to be a producer. And then after maybe 6, 7 months of it, it expanded to more than just music because I ended up creating a community online of music lovers and more than that, people that just wanted to connect, people that wanted to vibe and just feed energy off each other. And obviously
Yes.
now here's the podcast. And in the future, vlogs, content creating. And I think at the end of the day, what I've been explaining or how I've been describing it to my friends when they look from outside in is through all that I've started, begun, that I'll continue. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to entertain people and also encourage, bring energy. Whether that means through my DJing or the music that I make or the random stories that I talk about on my podcast. And it's just been a really awesome experience because everything happens so fast, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Like what's like what? Like it's like a year now since you started all this, and
Yep.
man, it feels like it was yesterday.
It's like it's time to retire, man.
Like man, like what is going on? Like what's up with the time? Like
Right?
I swear, man, like nothing feels real anymore.
Mhm.
It's crazy. But yeah, I'm so happy. Like here we are now, like running a podcast. Who
In
could
a
tell
future
that?
episode, I'm going to turn on just like Sway does. I'm going to turn on a beat and we're going to both freestyle. I want to hear the 9-year-old Phantom come out. We're not going
Oh
to do it
man,
this episode. We're going to do it in a future episode. We're going to do it when you know when I know the timing is right, when we bring out a rapper as a special guest on this podcast.
ooh,
And that's when you're going to freestyle.
okay,
You're going to
yeah,
show our future special guest, whoever that may be, who's the real gangster.
and I apologize in advance for everyone who has to listen to that.
You're
But
going to be
hey,
drawing Naruto as you rap.
yo, that's some skills right there.
See,
Like
even K Dot would look at that and be like,
respect.
respect. He would
But
go,
yeah, man.
damn. K Dot would go, damn.
No, I would definitely would love to try to rap again.
For
Like
real?
it's so funny. No, yeah, absolutely. Because recently I've been thinking of implementing my voice in my production.
Mm.
Like it doesn't have to be rapping or anything. Just like using my voice, like as an instrument too.
Yeah.
But I'm just like trying to find the not the right moment because there's no right moment. Like you just gotta do it. So yeah, that's something I've been thinking of. So definitely, yeah, I would love to give it a try. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why not. Like if I loved it when I was 9 years old, I don't see why not right now.
I
Right?
look forward to that. And on that
Yeah.
note, I like the point that you brought up, which is the power of the voice. Like real talk, Phantom, especially, on a festival stage or downtown streets, when you're bumping music, truly, truly, the only thing that really sticks in your head, it's the top line.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the hook.
The
That's
hook.
always that's so
Like
important.
the 808s, you feel it, but you don't hear it. Like you
Yeah.
feel it in your ear, but you don't remember it.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I get what you say. Like it's so funny because for me, it's like the opposite. I don't know why. I
Mm-hmm.
always focus on the production first because I don't know. I don't know about you, but like I can just listen to music anymore and enjoy it.
Hmm.
I keep analyzing
Right.
everything, like from top to bottom. And it can be annoying sometimes, but I definitely feel what you say. Because I used to be like that. I used to be like, whoa, okay, that hook is crazy. But now it's like the opposite. I'm like, yo, that hook is crazy.
Right. 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 No, I,
But
I
yeah, I
mean I
definitely
definitely
see it.
agree. Like for me, I've been making music for about um a little bit over a year now. I think it definitely it depends on the genre. Like, obviously if you're listening to Tori Kelly, like it's just a guitar and Tori's voice, right? So,
Yeah,
but if you're listening to a Han Solo or a Skrillex, right? Yeah, the top line, it's used in a different. manner.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I think a really exciting thought to know that you anticipate using your vocals more, even in your own production, whatever that may look like. Just because, even so, across the genre, there's just something about the voice, the voice of a human being, where it's like it's not really, you're not able to like replicate that.
Man, it's like one of the strongest and the most powerful instruments we have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't think many people realize that. Like, we have such a unique voice, and like, there's no way can replicate that.
Right.
And the fact that like, because like, okay, some people say, "Oh, you're talented, whatever," but I feel like if you try over, I'm pretty sure you can just can get you to do whatever you want with your voice. Just like doing it. That's why I have no idea. I don't know about singing. I don't know anything, but I just feel like if I manage to make music,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think singing would be like, because I don't believe in talent. Like talent is about work. Like it's okay. So you work 6 hours today for like 5 years. Okay, that's a real talent right there. Like the the ability of being able to just get up and start working for like as many hours as you need to, because that's the rate of talent. Like, and some people just be like, ah, I'm not talented enough. I don't feel like I could do it.
Mm.
And see, that's the problem. Like, being talented and just being able to just get up and do something. That's a real talent right there, man. And if
Right.
you can do that, you can do anything you put in your mind. And I'm not trying to be like inspiration or whatever. Just like we need to get outside our mind. Like, because we feel like we're all stuck with all this, this COVID, whatever. So it's all about like doing it and like just so that's how I feel right now. Like
Mm.
I might just get on mic. Like we're running a podcast, so I'm gonna need a mic anyway. So
Right.
why not give it a try, right? But yeah, like just go for it.
The Everybody in this world has the same amount of hours in a day as Beyonce. The
Yeah,
only difference is Beyonce has created a work ethic, and not just Beyonce specifically, but you know, the quote unquote legends in their own respective crafts. They put the time in. Kobe, Jordan, and Eric Clapton. I'm just trying to go across the board, but they all
yeah,
have the same amount of hours in a day as us. And
exactly.
and the only difference is the
How you
legends, they
spend
put the
them.
time in. One thing I always tell my younger friends, especially ones that are still looking for, in a way, quote unquote, their way, is there is no such thing as an overnight success. No such thing. Some
Yeah,
people through social media, they look at Rebecca Black, they look at the Yodel Boy, and they're like, "Oh, they just got lucky." Like, "Oh, they they just found themselves right place, right time."
see the backstory. That's the problem. Like,
Mhm.
it's they only see you when you blow up. They don't see like the work behind the hours, the time.
Mhm.
Because yeah, I mean, if you put the time, you're gonna blow up. Like there's 90% of the chances you're gonna blow up if you keep working. There's cases and cases where you know that, but like there's always people who are gonna say, "Oh, whatever, just got lucky, or they talented." It's not like that, man.
So if there's
It's
one
way beyond that.
if there's a takeaway I'd love the listeners to leave with is like, do put the work into something that you absolutely enjoy, that you have fun doing, because then it's not a job. It doesn't feel like work. And then you look back a month, 2 months out, and you're like, holy crap, like I've really gotten better at whatever craft you've been spending your time on. And then
Absolutely, man.
in the future, it might strike you with opportunity and work ethic where you end up becoming a Rebecca Black in your own respective path, or your peers look at you and go, "Hey, how did you do that?" Like, "Hey, like how did you get there?" And to be honest, this reminds me, recently I caught up with one of my college friends, and we he and I, we were connecting about just like the corporate job that I work. For those that aren't familiar, I work a full-time job in corporate, within tech consulting. And while we were connecting over the phone, he brought up like, "Hey Harry, it's really interesting because," and then he mentioned two other mutual college friends of ours. One tried to become an influencer after we all graduated college, and another one during college really got into beat making. And then the friend I was on the phone with, he just basically said, "Harry, you ended up doing and becoming exactly what the other two were trying to do." And then Phantom, when he said that to me, it was like, in my head, I was like, huh, I didn't even really even look at it that way, because you know my story. Like, I didn't, I never tried to become an influencer.
Yeah,
I never tried to become a beat maker. It was more
it's,
of like, I'm so bored and I want to try something new and have fun.
yeah, because that's the mindset. Like, you're just trying to have fun, like trying to something new. Because you're not getting, oh, I need to get this, I need to get famous, I need to get whatever. Because when you put on your mind, you just don't focus on actual doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
You just focus on, oh, how can I get there? And like the truth is, you cannot skip like the process.
Yeah.
You gotta go through some moments, and like most of them are bad moments. Like, let's be real. Like, to have good moments, you need bad moments, and
Mm.
that's the truth.
Facts.
And they don't think about that. And when they hit the wall, it's like, oh man, it's not really working. They just give up because they're not really there for what they really want. They just want to get to the final step, and that's it. Like, that's not how it works. But like for you, for example, you just want to try something new.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you didn't have like, okay, this goal, which is okay, I might get famous or just like be the best beat maker. You want to try to have fun,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's working better because you just having fun while you just progressing.
Right. And in the same way, it really all comes back. A few people, like, they came up to me and they're like, "Why are you starting a podcast?" And it's really the same mindset. Truthfully, we didn't start this because we wanted to become podcasters. We started this because we already do what we're doing right now, basically on the daily, where we just talk about life. We have fun doing it, and it was just I mean, Phantom, I have a platform. Why not we broadcast these conversations on my public platform, and just, if it even so as much encourages one listener or helps somebody to kind of like de-stress, because life is so just a lot, especially in 2021. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's just a lot to handle. Definitely.
And I think the thing about, right, like, we have always continued on with the mindset of, let's just have fun, let's see what sticks, and let's just keep going. Cuz if we stop, like, life's just a little bit more boring, you know? Just clocking in and out of regular life. Like, we don't really want to be, we don't want to, like, just mesh in with the regular day in, day out. It's like, might as well.
You want to break the routine, you know? Like,
Mhm.
because every day, like, since like almost 2 years now, like every day feels the same, man. Like, nothing has changed literally. Like, it really sucks, dude. It's hard to keep going when it's just like every day is like the same story over and over. You start to really rethink everything. Like, okay, so, and you think you're the problem. That's the worst thing. Like, am I doing something wrong?
Yeah.
Like, the reality is like the world we live right now is just how it's going. Like, yeah, it really sucks, man. But yeah, trying to break the routine and just try something new.
A lot of my younger viewers, especially on TikTok when I do live streams, they ask me, how do you stay motivated? How do you, like, find inspiration? And I always answer with, at the deepest part of me, I'm still very much a kid. And what I mean by that is, when you and I were growing up, when everyone was growing up, everyone at one point in their lives, they were a kid. And what do kids want? They want fun. They want friends. They want to kick it. They want to hit the monkey bars. They want to laugh. They want to play tag. And, relatively, I still consider myself a very young person. I'm only 23. I'm turning 24 this year, 2021. But it really is the same thing. Like, I don't look at all these platforms as like a job or a responsibility. It's just, let's have fun. Let's see
Yeah,
what
exactly.
happens. Let's play tag with Phantom. Let's play tag with my other buddies in the industry, and let's just have fun, express ourselves, and just see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, that's how it should be. Like, because, like, man, like, I started making music 6 years ago, and like, I'm just here to make music for myself first,
Mm.
so I can like make music for people to listen to, you know. So it's just like, why are you doing it? And then like the moment will get there if you're just doing it for like yourself, because that's what's important. Like you said, it's just like I'm just here to kick it out, make music, meet new people, and have fun. Like that's what's important, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
as long as you're having fun, that's what matters.
I like what you just said. You said you first make the music for yourself.
Exactly.
I think that's rare nowadays.
Oh yeah, it's very rare. Like if you're not like not make it in this industry, just like everything is a trend nowadays. So okay, so you're making this genre, so everyone's gonna start making this genre. But like, let's be real, how long it lasts for? A couple months, and then like there's a new trend. But then like you go to someone's profile, Spotify, and they have all these different genres, and nothing is original. It's like everything copy paste from, like nothing new, just like
Yeah.
what's popping. But yeah, you could like be making it, but like, is that really what you want to do?
Mm.
Because honestly, for me, I'd rather not release music and just make the music I want
Mm.
and be working somewhere else that's not music, as long as just making the music I enjoy making,
Mm.
because that's what I'm here for. Like, and I don't care how long it takes me to get it done. If I'm happy with it, I don't care.
I will do a little sneak peek. There's some music that Phantom and I we are working on. And by the way, if you listening to the Cookies and Beats podcast, if you aren't aware, Phantom and I we released a remix of BTS song Butter. It's on YouTube and SoundCloud. All the links you could find on my Instagram, DJ SeoulPark. But I will give a little sneak peek, a little tease. Phantom and I we on the lay low, we've been working on a lot of songs here. And at the end of the day, a good song to me is one that makes your booty go crazy. And I'm gonna be
Yes,
honest, I, all of you listening here, just get ready for 2022 because some of these songs, man, it's booty time.
it's gonna get crazy, man. All these unreleased, man. We've been working pretty much every day for the couple 6 months. It's been crazy. Like, can't wait, man. It's gonna be fun.
I think it's also it, I would love to touch on this one subject. One of the biggest changes that happened to my Twitch channel of 21 is I took a good 2 month break off Twitch. And I learned so much during this break. And one of the biggest realizations I got to lay out the picture, the first year and a half of my Twitch channel, first 2 months, all I did was 3 times a week for 3 hours DJ streams. And then after the 2 months, Twitch's copyright policies got a lot more strict. Therefore, I had to pivot my content for the channel. And so what I ended up doing is I started learning how to produce music on Ableton in real time. And it was during the first song, That Beat Go, that's when Phantom came across my channel, and obviously that's how we met. And then from there, the rest of my Twitch content is just me making music in real time, producing music. And then there was a little bit of what we called flip streams, where we would make a song in an hour off one music sample. And then I got to the point right around, what month was it? Maybe, I believe, May or June. I decided to just take a break. And the break ended up being about 2 years. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 months. 2 month a 2 month break.
So
2 years. See you in 2024. It was a two month
2026 is
break.
gonna break.
And the biggest thing that I learned, like the biggest realization I got from the break was, in a way, like, if you don't want to do it, like, just don't do it. And specifically, what I was talking about was I realized through my break that it wasn't the actual process of making music that I wanted to take a break from, but it was the aspect of live streaming myself making music in front of people that I didn't want to do anymore. And the reason for that is, for all the producers listening, producing music is a shit show. 90% of anything in front of your screen is just absolute booty. It's the 10%, not even 10, it's like the 2% that
This is
is
good, man.
that's something that sticks, where you're like, oh, I'm actually proud of playing this in the aux chord in the car and my friends. Aside from that, 98% of it is a shit show. And
Yeah,
obviously, adding on to that, I'm still a very much a new music producer. So there was all that pressure of trying to find the 2% every time during a stream. And it just, I couldn't do it. And that's what I needed to take a break from. And mentally, it was like the best thing for me because it just took, I was able to take a breath. I was like, whew, I could, like, I could have fun again. And so
yeah,
that's why I decided, I'm going to take a step back from the music production, at least on the live streaming aspect, because it's a lot. Not everyone can do it. To be honest, even Phantom, you love making music, but I would argue, correct me if I'm wrong, you probably would not really want to make music on a live stream.
man. I like it's so hard to make music and live stream. Like I don't know what's the science behind it, but like it's like you don't know how to make music anymore.
Mm,
Like even with you on Discord, when I'm trying to make music, it's I'm getting used to it, but like showing how you make music to someone is like so hard because you just all of a sudden you start overthinking everything you do. You end up doing crap,
yeah,
all crap,
booty.
and you're like, man, and you start doubting yourself because like you're like, man, do I really know how to make music? And then the next day you're just alone and you make a banger. You're
Right.
like, here we are again.
And the
I don't know.
takeaway from this story is if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Like,
Sounds easy, but like, yeah, it sounds easy, but like, can be hard.
yeah,
But like I say, you just do it. Don't overthink it.
exactly. Do it or actually don't do it. And like
Yeah,
it's as simple as it sounds. Like if there's some friends of yours where you're just like, I don't really want to kick it with them. Like what I don't really get anything out of spending time with them aside from burning some cash. Or you just feel like you wasted your time. Or there's some things like it, and really that was the eye opener for me. I think that was one of the biggest lessons I learned this year, which is like I don't necessarily have to stop something specifically, but maybe it's just the way I'm doing it. And in this context, it was making music in real time on a live stream. That was what was just like burdening unnecessarily. And so now it's like mentally, it's just I'm in a much better place, and I think too, um, especially for the live streamers amongst our listeners, it's like it's okay to take a break, and not even just live streamers. I think just anybody with like
just life, man.
just like consistent schedules with anything, and not I'm
Yeah,
not telling you to stop being consistent, but everyone needs to take a break.
yeah. No, we need to get a break. Like, cause we I get burned out all the time. Cause you just can't do the same thing over and over. You're just gonna get so burned out, and it's just gonna want to like quit it. And you don't really want to quit something you really like, so take breaks as long as you need. Just make sure your mental health is fine first before you try to do anything that you like. Cause
I
it can be tough.
saw I saw a message in my Discord server today. One of the younger producers in the community, they were like, "Hey, like I just don't like." He's like, "I can't seem to go on making music for more than 20 minutes nowadays. Like I'm just burnt out. Like what should I do?" And I responded, I'm like, "Just take a deep breath. Like go out for a walk. Go hit up your homie. Go eat at a diner. Like just leave your room. Do things that excite you. Like for me during my break, I hooped a lot. Like one of something I'm gonna be doing until the day I die is just shooting hoops. Even though I got one knee, like I still love shooting hoops, right? And I think too, it's just like it goes back to that whole thing, like be a kid again. It
Yep.
don't matter how old you are, like never stop being a kid, because that's what makes life fun. Like when we were kids, like you know, we loved kicking it with our parents. We loved hugging our parents, kissing mom goodnight. Like it's the little things that really make
Details.
life so special. And man, it's just yeah. Hopefully somebody takes one thing out of today's episode, Dreams and Goals, where it's just be a kid again, have fun. Like one of my good friends, Chef Joy, always says, touch the grass. Go outside and touch grass.
Wise man.
Shout out Chef Joy, wherever he is.
Joseph.
Touch the grass, y'all. I think this is a good place, Phantom. I think this is a good little back and forth. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. We're definitely getting the groove, Phantom.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like second episode, it's been like, you know, keep improving. Like first episode was just trying to, we're just testing how is it working, and we can finally see how it is. And now we just keep going, you know.
Little ping pong match. Well, we were going to end it here. I'm going to end off with a few remarks. So first and foremost, this was episode 2 of the Cookies and Beats podcast with your host, SeoulPark and Phantom House. Once again, if you haven't already, feel free to support us by following Cookies and Beats on Instagram and subscribing to my YouTube channel, SeoulPark, where we have all our replays, all our episodes, all our highlights posted on YouTube. Weekly episodes where we talk about whatever, and you could add to the conversation by DMing us on Instagram, Cookies and Beats, with podcast suggestions, and we take everything into consideration. So
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
put you
end it
all.
here. We want to say shout out to everyone that has shown love after episode 1, after the pilot. We're here to stay. We enjoy doing this. And like I said again, like Phantom, I don't know if you knew this, but it's already been an hour, bro.
Yo, it felt good this time. I was like, I wasn't that nervous as the first episode. Yeah, it really felt like I was just me expressing myself. Like you said, just sometimes you just gotta remember to be a kid.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, Cookies and Beats, episode 2, Dreams and Goals, coming to an end. We will see you next time. Take care.